Hi everyone, hope you're all doing good. So in this video we are going to look at the price action of Nifty 50. So from last couple of days many of you are requesting me to make this video on the price action of Nifty 50. So if you are an actual visitor to my channel and if you're a regular reader of my blog, you already know that I have created a video on Nifty 50 explaining my outlook on the Nifty 50 index prices. So in case if you want to know my actual outlook on Nifty 50 index prices, I recommend you to check out my earlier video which I have created on the same topic. So I will just leave the link of that video in the description box below. And at the same time, right now, because of the request of many of my visitors, I'm going to make another video based on the Nifty 50 index prices. So as usual, before we do that, I humbly request you to click on the subscribe button, tap on the notification icon, and it will be very helpful for me to keep creating these kind of informative trading contents. So being said that, let us get into the topic. So let us see what's happening on the price action right over here. Alright, so first of all, I'm looking at Nifty 50 2-hour chart. And if I look at the price action, I can see that the prices are actually on a channel since from this particular point. So that is from 6th September 2021. I'm seeing a kind of a channel kind of a behavior in the price action of Nifty 50. So you can notice that we had both upswings as well as we had both downswings. We had a zigzag movement on both sides. Even though we had a zigzag movement, obviously the buyers were winning this particular battle. But if you look at the price action from the last 2 days, we can see that the sellers are somehow taking control of the price action. Alright, so in order to understand the structure properly, so what I'm going to do is, first I'm going to draw the support and resistance. So let me quickly draw both the support zone and the resistance zone on this particular channel. So here we have a very nice support zone. So you can see that every time the prices touched this particular point, there is a very good bounce back in the index prices. So let me quickly extend the support zone over here. So this is how we draw the support zone. We have to connect all the major turning points on the price action. So in case if you don't know how to draw this particular support zone, I have already made a video on this particular topic known as parallel support and parallel resistance, or what we call it as support and resistance zones. Make sure to check out that particular video. Anyway, so we have a very good support zone over here, and we also have a very good resistance zone right at this point. So let me draw the resistance properly on the chart. So here we have a very nice resistance, and as you can see the prices of the index, we can see there is a very good zigzag. Both buyers and sellers are trying to fight it out, and exactly at this point, that is somewhere around 18,150 to 18,200, we had a very good breakout, right? So let me zoom in a little bit so that you can see exactly what I'm reading here. Okay, so let me also quickly adjust the lines on the price. Alright, so we have a breakout, and right after the breakout we have a very good reversal, right? So if you look at this overall price action, we can see that the buyers are somehow in control. But right after this breakout, we can see that the buyers have lost the momentum, because the reason is when you see the breakout, right? If you look at the candles of this breakout, you can notice that the candles are not so strong, right? So we have very, very small bullish candles over here. And all these small bullish candles, they are not that much powerful, right? And apart from that, you also see a lot of gaps over here, right? So you have a lot of, I think you have 3 price gaps. So if you're just counting this one, the one that is below the channel, below the resistance, we have one price gap over here, we have another price gap over here, and we have another one exactly over here. And right after these runaway gaps, we call them as runaway gaps. So right after these runaway gaps, we have a very quick reversal on the price action. So we had a breakout, and right after the breakout, we are seeing a very good reversal, right? The sellers are taking control of the price action right now. We can clearly see that. If you look at the size of the bullish candles and if you compare that to the size of these bearish candles which came as a reaction, you can understand that the bearish candles are very strong in size, right? So based on this, I'm thinking right now the bears are in control of the market, and if this continues to happen, if bears continue to take more control on the price action, then we may see further drop in the index prices. Alright, in fact, if you look at the price action of Nifty 50 on 1 month chart, the Nifty 50 on 1 month chart is continuously making new highs. It has not created any correction or any pullback so far since from the month of April 2020. That's since from last 1.5 years we haven't seen any typical pullbacks on 1 month chart. So let me show you how that price action looks like. Let me quickly show you the 1 month chart of Nifty 50. Take a look at this. So this is the 1 month chart of Nifty 50. So since from this particular point, that is somewhere around March 2020, we had a major crash. That is because of the COVID crisis. And right after that, you can see that the prices of Nifty 50 continuously made new highs, right? So we haven't had any kind of major pullbacks, or we didn't have any kind of major retracement so far. So maybe the price action might be creating a major retracement or a major pullback right now. So if we see a minor pullback or a major pullback on this 1 month chart of Nifty 50, that can turn out to be a drastic or an intermediate correction on 1 day or else on 2 hour chart. So even if you see a small movement, a small downfall in 1 month chart of Nifty 50, that's going to have a major downfall in 1 day chart or even in 2 hour time frame. So based on that, based on all these aspects, I'm seeing that if the sellers continue to take control of the index prices, we are going to see more downside on Nifty 50. And another important thing is not only Nifty 50, we are also seeing other indexes which are actually having a similar type of reaction. For example, if you look at the Midcap index, right? So if you look at Nifty Midcap 100 index, which is India's top 100 mid-sized companies, even the Nifty Midcap index is actually falling down from the last 2 days. You can see the drastic sell-off that is taking place in the last 2 days over here. So after making new highs, after touching 33,000, we can clearly notice that the index prices are falling down. And the same thing can be said in terms of Nifty Small Cap as well. If you look at the Nifty Small Cap 100 index, again, which is top 100 companies, top 100 small sized companies in National Stock Exchange, that is NSE. You can look at the price action of Nifty Small Cap, which is actually falling down from the last 2 days. You can see a drastic sell-off, right? So based on all these observations, we can clearly notice that the market is slowly or already has turned into bearish. So if we see further selling pressure in the market on upcoming days, we are seeing more downside. So based on this particular analysis, I'm expecting if Nifty goes below this particular level, if the prices falls below 18,200, if we see a strong selling pressure below this particular level, then we are going all the way till somewhere around 17,700. If we break 17,700, then all the way we are going up to 17,500 and respectively 17,250. It all depends on how the price action is going to shape in upcoming days. On the other hand, if we see any kind of positive impact in the stock market, if we see any kind of positive surprises, then there is a good chance the Nifty might continue to go up. Even though I believe that the possibility of positive surprises is very less, I don't expect any kind of sharp upside movement in upcoming days. Even though I'm not expecting it, there are possibilities it may happen if we see some kind of big positive surprise. Or else what I'm expecting for Nifty is we are going to see either a sideways correction all the way below 18,000 or all the way below 17,700 depending on the price action, or I'm going to see a kind of a sell-off in the market for the next couple of months. So what I recommend to the traders is that keep an eye on the price action, keep watching this particular structure on 2 hour time frame and take your positions according to the resulting price action. So this is going to be a good opportunity for people who can do short selling, who can write options. At the same time, people who are willing to buy the stocks, they should wait for some typical downside in the stock prices. So once you see a typical downside, then based on that correction, or after seeing some downside, you can try to buy some good companies at better price. Alright, so this is my outlook on Nifty 50, and this is my outlook right now on the index prices. If you like this video, kindly click on the like button, and at the same time, if you have any questions or any feedbacks, just leave it in the feedback section, that is the comment section just below. And finally, I hope all of you are going to have a rough time in the markets ahead. Happy volatility, happy trading. See you next time.